literally hands down the best driving truck on the market. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're gonna be going over a 2021 Ram TRX Launch Edition. I'm super excited to finally get my hands on a Launch Edition, but first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to the new owner Kyle for giving me some time with his Launch Edition. He's literally letting me review this truck before he's even seen it himself, which I think is awesome. So go follow his Instagram, link in the description below. He has this, and he also has a 700 horsepower NSX. Like, go follow the guy. He's got the two coolest vehicles on the planet, but let's get right into the video. The Launch Edition has the same powertrain as every other TRX, which is actually going to be easier to see the engine if we pop over here on this side, just for my personal experience. So 702 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 10 around town and then 14 on the highway. Supercharged 6.2 liter V8. Just craziness happening under the hood. And then yes, we do have the whole pop the hood meme, because underneath you've got the TRX eating the Raptor. First off, let's go over the front end of the truck, and if you're wondering, the color is called Anvil. It's the special color that comes with the Launch Edition TRXs only. So first off, just like all the other TRXs, you've got the cool marker lights here in the middle with the matte black in the center, and then you've got the TRX logo here at the top with more matte black, and then you've got the venting here on the side that says 6.2 liter supercharged, and then coming down below, full LED lights here with the TRX, and then you've got the marker light there on the side, fog lights here at the bottom, and you got the parking sensors with the kind of like gray metallic skid plate, and then you got your blacked out tow hooks on top of that. Camera just below the completely hollow Ram logo. But yeah, there's the front end of the Launch Edition. Notice that it's just like every other TRX, except it's finished in Anvil. Now coming around the side here, we've got 18-inch wheels, and wrapped around that we've got 35s. They're 325 millimeter for the width, and these are the beadlock capable wheels. I think they look absolutely fantastic, and you know what Kyle should do is actually powder coat this to match the rest of the truck, like make that Anvil. I think that would look really neat. And then yes, we do have the active Bilstein shocks in the front and over in the rear. We'll take a look at the rear shocks in just a little bit. You've got the venting here on the side, which with this Anvil color, the venting really pops out, and so do the fender flares. Got the Ram logo, got the two-tone at the bottom with the off-road side steps. This one does have the trailer mirrors added to it. They do have blind spot monitoring, and they do the flip-up function, which is kind of hard to do with one arm. It's easier to do it with both arms. But yeah, trailer mirrors here on the truck, and then this one also has the rack in the back, which we'll go over that in a little bit. But there's your full side view on this Launch Edition. Now let's kind of pop into the back here. So as you can see, we've got the Bilstein shocks here in the rear. You've got the active terrain dynamic shocks is what Bilstein pretty much calls them. And then one thing that's unique to the TRX compared to the current generation Raptors, the TRX has 5-link coil suspension, whereas the Raptor has leaf springs. So this truck actually rides a lot smoother because of that. And well, you guys can see that all happening back here. Got the TRX logo right there on the back. And now let's head into the bed area. Pop into the bed of the Launch Edition. So first off, payload's about 1,034 pounds. You've got a liner here for the whole bed, and then you've got the LED lights here in the bed with the sliders, which are part of the bed utility group. Kyle was a smart man. He got the tire carrier, which I recommend every TRX customer, owner, whatever, get the tire carrier. Your tire's not going to get caked in mud. It doesn't get in the way of visibility, and it looks cool. Also, the rack definitely looks cool, and yeah, you can get the lights at the top as an option. You can't get it from the factory. It's like an accessory you can get at the Ram dealership. But yeah, it just makes this truck look so much better. And well, so yeah, finish things up with the rear of the Launch Edition. So we've got the full LED lights here in the back. You've got the black light there in the center, and then you've got all of your blacked out badges here in the rear. Got the gigantic TRX exhaust tips with the recovery hooks. Towing capacity is about 8,000 pounds, and that's everything for the rest of the rear. Now before we pop inside the truck, here's just kind of like a full 360 of the truck, so you guys can see this Anvil color and how it looks at different portions with the lighting. And then also you guys can listen to the beautiful Hellcat exhaust for a minute. I love the marker lights there at the bottom of the tailgate. I think it's such a cool look. But yeah, even in the shade, like this color, I think this is the best color on the TRX. Seeing this in person, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my green TRX, but this definitely looks a lot like cleaner. Love the color. Good job, Kyle. Now here's the door panel on the back of the Launch Edition, so you get like the fully loaded interior. So notice that you've got the beautiful leather with the red stitching, the Alcantara all throughout, the perforated Alcantara there with the carbon fiber trim, then more leather down below. And then you've got the seats here, and this one does have the red accenting on it. So notice again, you've got the red stitching, the Alcantara perforated leather in the center, and then you still get the ice buckets down below. Still get like the under seat storage, all that kind of stuff. More carbon fiber here with all of your USBs, heated cooled seats, the power outlet, and then you've got little bullet holders here, which I think is pretty cool. And then notice you got more leather all over this portion of the seat. But yeah, here from the back perspective, just like any other fully loaded TRX from the interior. Now let's go over the door panel here in the front of the TRX. So again, you've got all the leather here at the stitching, and then you've got the Alcantara down below with more leather and stitching. And then you've got all of our window controls here with the mirrors. Now, even though this does have the trailer mirrors, they still do power fold in and say hello to me and my camera. So yes, you still get the power folding function with the trailer mirrors. Got the Harman Kardon sound system, and then here are the seats at the front. So again, they say TRX on it. You've got all the red accenting, all the leather, and yeah, it just looks really nice. You've got the adjustment there on the side of the seat. With the pedal layout down below, you've got the adjustments there for the pedals and the parking brake, light control just up above. The steering wheel adjustment is manual. There's the paddle shifters in the back. And there's one more look before we pop in. Here's the steering wheel in the Launch Edition. You've got Alcantara at the top and at the bottom with the carbon fiber trim. You've got the perforated leather on the side with all of the stitching. And then notice you got your cruise control here. It's your adaptive cruise control. And then your voice command, phone controls for the center stack. And then you do have the paddles there on the back. And then you got your stock for the turn signal / windshield wipers. But yeah, again, just like the fully loaded steering wheel you get with the TRX. Now here's the center gauge cluster. First off, you've got the RPMs on the left side. On the right side, you've got the speed. And then you do have that little center screen, which you can scroll through a couple different menus here for the truck. And by the way, the truck's been taken up to 12 miles per hour. So obviously it's brand new. It only has 11 miles on the odometer, which I mean is crazy. Mine had to get driven a little bit before I came and picked it up. So I've never actually seen a TRX with the mileage this low. But yeah, the center stack is just like any other TRX. You still get like all the same information. Now we have the whole 12-inch display here with the TRX. Notice you've got your lane departure assistance, and then you've got your hazard lights with the radio controls on either side. And at the bottom, you've got all of your auxiliary buttons with the parking sensors, the trailer steering with the trailer brake. And then as for the 12-inch display, first off, you've got the camera system. So this has the full 360 camera system. Again, even with the trailer mirrors, you still get the full 360 camera system. It thinks that there's someone that's about to, or it thinks I'm too close to someone, which we're not, obviously. But anyways, you still get the full 360 camera system even with the trailer mirrors. So definitely nice that you still get all that. Heated and cooled seats also come with the truck, which, by the way, we got to turn these off. It's super hot today, and it keeps popping them on. But yeah, other than that, response time on the 12-inch display is really good. Everything responds nicely. It's easy to use. And since it's a TRX, you get the TRX page. Now this is where I recommend to change the drive modes. You can change it via this little control right here, but this is kind of finicky, whereas this, you can just be like, okay, I want to go into sport mode, or I want to go into tow mode, or I want to go into custom mode. Like, it's just a lot easier to use than like scrolling through on this little button here. So I recommend just like maybe duct tape over that and then only use the center screen. And then yes, you've got the race options. Now for launch control, you do have to have 500 miles on the truck before you can even use that. And then it does come with the performance pages, which you guys have seen a million times, takes forever to load up, shows real-time horsepower and torque. But below the useless drive mode select, we do have the drive line select, which is important. So you've got your 4-wheel auto, your 4-wheel high, your axle lock, and then your 4-wheel low. The launch control button right here, your off-road cruise control, and the stability control. Now with my TRX so far, I've driven it 100% in 4-wheel auto. I haven't even used 4-wheel high once. I imagine that I'll probably never have to use it unless I do some like crazy rock crawling or something like that. Now I've got the whole center console section, and again with the TRX you get the shifter, wireless phone charger, a bunch of USBs, cup holders. Now with the center console, this is what's unique to the Launch Edition. You guys can see right here, 2021 Launch Edition. Now all the rest of the stuff you get on the other TRXs, you get your VIN and all that kind of stuff, which, okay, this is my guess. Again, nobody confirmed this to me from Dodge, but I think that this number right here is your production number. So I think this is 1520 in the production line. But yeah, you get a special Launch Edition here with the TRX, which I think is cool. But yeah, center console, it's a normal center console, has Alcantara on the top. And then you've got beautiful leather all across the dash. You've got the glove box as well. And they're both lined with felt, but my favorite part is the carbon fiber on the outside of the glove box. I think it looks beautiful. Up top here, we've got the full panoramic sunroof, and then you do have the power sliding window. It's also with this truck. and all the controls for the sunroof. Now this one does have the camera mirror. This thing is just, I absolutely love it. Like the visibility is so much better than just like using the regular mirror. So like, yeah, definitely recommend getting that option. Now I've got the window sticker here for this Launch Edition, which is very, very important so you guys can see all the stuff that comes. Notice that, yeah, standard equipment's pretty small, but you've got your base price of $69,995, and again, anvil clear coat. And notice it says just Ram 1500 TRX Crew Cab. Doesn't say anything about Launch Edition, and that's because it's a package down here. So the Launch Edition is $12,150. Notice all the stuff that the Launch Edition adds to the truck as part of that package. So this package overall definitely is going to hold its value very well, not only because it's limited production. I think they're only building 702 of these, but also because it comes with all this equipment. So yeah, like resale down the road is going to be a lot higher than this compared to like my TRX, for example. Level 2 equipment group on this particular one, and then you guys can see all the stuff it comes with. Total MSRP, $97,325. However, everyone that's been looking to buy TRXs know the TRX market's crazy. So like for a normal truck like mine, that's, well, bright green right now, the asking price on average for a fully loaded TRX is like $20,000 to $30,000 over sticker. Launch Editions, they've been going for like $50,000 to $60,000 on over sticker on average from what I've seen online and all that kind of stuff. So like this is pretty much a $150,000 truck, which is insane. But let's see if it drives like $150,000. Talk about visibility here in the TRX Launch Edition before we set off. So visibility over the hood is just like any other TRX, and it also has the heads-up display. It's cool to see the TRX decal. I kind of, well, I mean, I couldn't really get it because I was wrapping my truck, but maybe I need to add that on after the fact. Visibility through these trailer mirrors, I will admit, it's way better than the visibility through the mirrors that I have on my truck. And then you've got the visibility throughout the rest of the rear. And that all being said, well, let's launch the Launch Edition. No, I'm just kidding. Let's set off though. So we're setting off here in the Launch Edition. I do want to mention, obviously this is a brand new vehicle with no miles, so I'm not going to be driving this like crazy. I just mainly wanted to have this because it's always part of my reviews. And Kyle gave me the go ahead to drive his new truck. So like he's got to get the Ben Hardy approval, basically. I'm just kidding. But I'm not going to go crazy, but I will mention this. If you guys get this video a ton of views and a bunch of you go follow Kyle over on Instagram, then I think that we can convince him to race his NSX against my TRX in a drag race. Like obviously if we do a roll race, all that kind of stuff, he'd win. But like from a stop, race his 700 horsepower NSX against the TRX. Let's see if we can convince him to do that. But if you guys are wondering about driving dynamics of the Launch Edition versus a regular TRX, they drive completely the same. Like it literally feels like I am in my truck, except the mirrors are bigger and the color over the hood is not bright green. It's gray, which again, I think this color looks so much better than what I have. But YouTube makes it so that I have to wrap my car's ridiculous colors. But yeah, I mean, it feels so nice. If you guys are wondering about the TRX on road, this is literally hands down the best driving truck on the market as like an on-road vehicle. Very, very smooth from a suspension standpoint. It's really quiet as well with the interior. You hear really nice noises out of the Hellcat engine. I mean, listen to this. Like the supercharger sound is just beautiful. Absolutely love it. The acceleration is crazy. You guys have seen in my videos with me just going full throttle with my TRX right after I took delivery of it. It's crazy. But yeah, this truck, just everything about it, I absolutely love everything about it. And just listen, like just beautiful sounds. And like I said, the braking period's 500 miles. So like what I did with my TRX is when I was driving it back, I got it up to 500 miles, then I started pushing it. Kyle will do the same thing, and I don't want to be the person that obviously goes full throttle the first time in his truck. But yeah, I mean, it's great. Like, if you are looking for an amazing on-road luxury vehicle, the TRX does that. It's fast as well. It looks fantastic, and then it's got crazy off-road capability, which I will be testing very soon. So you guys need to look out for those videos. We're gonna be off-roading mine soon. And once Kyle gets his truck wrapped, he's not gonna wrap it a crazy killer. He's gonna do something really cool. I'll leave him to announce that on his Instagram and everything. But once he gets his truck wrapped, I'm gonna convince him to take it off-road at least a couple times with me so he can test it out. But yeah, absolutely love the Launch Edition. And I mean, like I said, if you're in the market for a truck, you have to check out the new TRX. If you've got the money, I think it's well worth it. Even after everything I've gone through with my truck, I absolutely love this truck. And if you are able to get a Launch Edition, I mean, from a resale perspective and all that, and from like a cool factor perspective, I definitely think it's worth looking into. That is going to sum things up for our video on this 2021 Ram TRX Launch Edition. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to the owner, Kyle, for giving me some time with his Launch Edition TRX. Go follow him on Instagram. Again, link in the description below. I'll see all of you in the next video.